and co-founder of Declutter's Delight for Life. I put the sensible in sensible and help you declutter the clutter in your life. Tonight, we're about how to have a great decluttered day. You know, how many of us have days where we feel like we have so much clutter in it that from the time we get up in the morning to the time we go to bed, everything just seems to, just the world seems to swirl around us. And we don't know which way to turn. Our head's full. We feel like we have a headache. And who knows? It's just, we make a to-do list, and I don't like to-do lists because I find they don't work too well. And that, that it gets so cluttery that we get also confused. And then we sit there and wonder, what do we do next? Or how do we do that? Or whatever. And that includes work or anything else. Or sometimes we just stare at our computer screens or our phones and play. And then we don't get nothing done. And then as a result, work suffers, family life suffers, all sorts of things suffer because we can't deal with the clutter in our lives. And, for a lot of folks, that can be, a real problem. I know for myself, when I have a busy day, I like to map out my day. I like to know what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. I keep a one-page thing that keeps a list of when I go shopping, what I'm going to get. I kind of keep things simple and realize that as a result that I don't have to have a cluttery day. For a lot of us folks who've dealt with challenges of any sort, having a regular routine is extremely important to having a decluttered day. And, for you, what would it take for you to have a decluttered day? Would it mean the dog doesn't bite? Dinner comes home and it's cooked for you? Or you go to work and the boss gives you a raise and you feel like you're on cloud nine. And does that feel like a decluttered day, or does it just seem like everything just pops out of thin air? But that doesn't necessarily mean that's, what's going to happen. So, what can we make for you to have a decluttered day? Well, I'm going to keep this simple because I like simple, and I like to boil everything down to brass tacks because that's what I'm about. Is being simple, and I like to be sensible about things, whether it be weight loss or living life or anything. Because for me, when it's like when somebody tells me about business or business school or whatever, I always find that when it comes down to brass tacks, it's about building relationships, attitude, and all those human factors that make a good business. And that's from me to you because I like to have a great relationship with you because I feel that's extremely important. It's more important to me than money, because if I don't have a good relationship with you, my people, then it makes life much more difficult and rather cluttery for me as a business. I don't like clutter. I've dealt with clutter. My mom was a hoarder, and I was a hoarder, and I'm no longer a hoarder. As a result, a lot of the clutter in my life I have been able to let go of because I've decluttered my day. So, what do I do to declutter my day? I get up in the morning. I exercise. I keep it simple. I run 20 minutes on the treadmill. I do rubber band exercise. I do a simple prayer. And I journal for about 20 minutes and appreciation and journal things, how I feel and what's going on. I do a positive statement. Then I do about 20 minutes of meditation. And then all that prepares my mind to have a great day. and work and get the work done that I need to get done. I know for a lot of folks this may seem like a lot, but for me, it's extremely important, and that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I find it extremely important to declutter my day, because it declutters my mind, it declutters my soul, it declutters me, so I don't have to have a bad attitude for the day, because I hate bad attitudes, because sometimes when I wake up, my attitude stinks. And you know what? A stinky attitude doesn't give you a decluttered day. It gives you a bad day and makes those around you feel more negative. And when those around you feel more negative, you don't have a decluttered day. But when you put a smile on and you have a great attitude and you realize that you're able to do things you thought weren't possible, believe me, I I have a lot I deal with every day. But the one thing I do realize is that no matter what, for a lot of folks, this may hopefully is not uh, two four-letter words, work hard, but I found that's the only thing that separates me from those who have more talent, more money, all that keeps me going. In fact, there's something I just got done working on was over 100 hours, and it's coming right at you, and it's going to be coming to you, and it's starting up this coming Saturday, and it's there for you, and it's decluttering just for you. It, and it's special because you know what? There's a lot of me in it and a lot of my recovery in it for you to help you declutter your day. And that's a wonderful thing. I know for me, when I have cluttered in my day, I can't think. It makes thinking extremely difficult and making decisions that are extremely important each and every day. But when I'm able to move forward with my day, I write down the things that are bugging me, like, in my journal, I actually have, I actually will show it to you. I call it my life journal. If anything, I keep everything for who I am in there, my business. I call it the one spot rule because it keeps things simple. And as a result, life is much simpler and I'm able to move forward in life because I don't keep feelings inside. That's a very important factor. And having a decluttered day is not keeping your feelings inside. You can express those feelings, but in a respectful and dignified manner. It's kind of like saying, hey, I'm angry, but you don't have to do it in a mean way. Just say, hey, I'm angry. I don't feel good. I would really appreciate your support, because the way you say things in a day makes it extremely important about how your day goes, because negative comments against yourself, which I call criticism, arguments I call criticism, all sorts of things I call criticism, because even negative self-talk, because that's criticism against yourself. And nobody deserves to do that against himself, because I used to do it all the time and didn't do me any good except give me suicide attempts, give me depression, made me feel bad about myself. I felt like a hollow shell. But I don't do that anymore because I realize that criticism doesn't get you anywhere except in the dumpers. But when you don't criticize yourself or criticize other folks, you have better relationships, you have great things happen in your life. It's just a wonderful thing that happens in your life. Your life blossoms. I'd like to maybe tell you a parable. Think of yourself as an oak tree. You may wonder why I'm saying think of yourself as an oak tree. An oak tree is strong, it's flexible, and it's ever growing. To me, that describes a human being that's strong, is able to handle life, and is able to grow throughout their life, no matter what stage of life, whether you be young or old, middle age, or older than that. It doesn't matter, because if you're an oak tree, you are that way. And decluttering your day leads into a week. If you do that every day, that week leads into a month, and that month leads into years, and years lead into decades, and decades lead into a great life. You can't put a price on that, because when you feel good about yourself and about others, you are forever, realizing that you're able to handle life like you've never been able to handle it before. I know for myself that life is so much simpler, that when you declutter your day, think of life, when it's cluttery, that you're in a box. And when you're in a box, that's all you see. And it's hard, and it's a big box, and it's hard to climb out. And you run around the box and you don't see any way out. But when you're able to reach out to folks and decide to declutter your life, and you tell yourself, you know what, I can do things, I can get things done, I can create opportunities for myself, then you know what? One thing I do find is that people around you actually lend you a hand and will be there for you, because you know what? They're willing to reach out and be yourself. And when you can do that, you have a decluttered day. And folks look at you and smile, and they realize, you know what? You need just a helping hand to make your life better. And making your life better, that's what I'm here all about, is to hopefully make your life better, because I know my life is better because I've been able to give things to you that are special to me. I can't say enough about life itself. For me, Declutters to Life for Life is about life and uncluttering life, because I guess for me, having lived such a cluttery life, I'm loving my life now, because I can see like so many things disappearing in my life that were issues that don't have to be issues unless I wish them to be. Because I guess the one thing I realize is that there's one great thing I have, and that is choice. And when I have choice, I can have a decluttered day. Yes, all of these things are about having a great decluttered day. And what can you do to have a decluttered day? Well, I want you to think of 3 things. And those 3 things are: what does a decluttered day mean to you? What can you do to have a decluttered day? Think about it. Write it down. Write this down. It's really important. Write this down. What can you do to have a decluttered day? And, okay, think of number 2. How can you see that happen, to have a decluttered day? And number 3, you know, what will make that happen? And if you can follow those simple steps, you'll definitely have a decluttered day. And I can't say anything more that life is way too short, because when you have a short life, because of clutter in your life, from a lot of mistakes you've made that you're not willing to own up to, because we've all made poor choices, but if we're willing to live up to those choices and have better choices in our life, our bad choices can definitely be outrun by better choices. And to kind of end with this, to have a great decluttered day, have belief in yourself, have hope, have persistence, and have belief that you can do anything. And when you can do all that and all that we spoke about, you can have a great decluttered day, week, month, and year, or years from now, and a life. Because you know what? I want you to have that. I think that's great. And what I want you to realize is that I've got stuff coming at you called Transform to You that will be great. That will definitely help you to get what you want and have a great day. Because you know what? It's from me to you. And it's going to be starting this coming Saturday. And I will let you know how to get it. But there's also a free offer. You can, for free decluttering tips, if you send me your email at ddflrocks@gmail.com, or you can messenger me on Facebook, and I would definitely welcome it. And I definitely welcome anything you have. And you know what? You're all great. I love you all. Have peace and tranquility, and hope and love, and joy and laughter, and what? Go hug somebody you love or care about, and just see how that makes you feel. It'll probably make you feel wonderful. Or do something nice for somebody and not say anything about it. So, with that, I wish you the best and blessings to you all.